This week's Republican National Convention has been all about humanizing Mitt Romney, and finally, tonight at 10 p.m., Mitt the Human will take the stage. We have Aaron Zitner. He is our political editor. He is in Tampa where all the action is going on. He's joining us right now. We have a little bit of a delay with him, so bear with us. Now, Aaron, you've had Mitt's wife on stage talking about love and Mitt. You've had Chris Christie on the stage talking about respect and Mitt. You even had Paul Ryan there joking about their differences in iPod music. What does Romney have left to do at this point? What is this big selling thing that he has to do?
Oh, well, all that was prelude. This is the big moment. This is one of the most important moments in the campaign. It is where Mitt Romney gets his time to talk directly to the American people and present himself as he wishes with no rebuttal or intervention. And we're going to see him clearly for the first time right when people are tuning in. So he's going to try to make people understand what it is inside him and in his personal life and in his experiences that guide his policy and what kind of president he would be. He needs to sketch out a plausible vision of what this country would be like under him and make us believe it by understanding where he's come from.
Aaron, from what you're hearing down there in Tampa, what is the tone of Romney's speech likely to be? Is he going to attempt to sort of tell jokes and sort of make himself seem human and more fun to be with, which is something people have said he hasn't been able to do yet? Or is he going to do, as others suggest, simply back away from that and say, you know what, that's not the kind of guy I am, but I am the guy who's the right guy to fix this country, at least economically? What do you think is going to happen?
Mitt Romney is very good on television most of the time, and so, we should look for some lighter moments. But really, this is going to be more personal than we've seen. Mitt Romney does not like to talk about himself much. We did a whole front page story in the Journal in which he said, look, I'm not going to get down on the couch and be psychoanalyzed. But we are going to see things that we haven't seen before, both from Mitt and from some of the supporting cast tonight. For instance, we're going to learn more about what faith means to him. We're going to see the Mormon Church in a more direct way before. Mitt Romney has been shy about talking about his role in the church, where he had a leadership role. We're going to see more of that tonight. We're going to hear about Bain. We're going to hear from people who were helped by him as a church leader and through his work at Bain. And then we're going to connect that. He's going to connect that to his philosophy of government. And again, he needs to make us understand where he's going to take this country in a more concrete way and make us believe it by showing us how his vision for the country is rooted in personal experiences.
So, Aaron, how much pressure do you get the sense is on Romney tonight to connect? Or has everybody else who's come ahead of him, have they done a good enough job at this point of making Mitt Romney seem human that even if he bombs tonight, it doesn't matter?
Well, look, we're inside the bubble here. We're among the faithful. And so everyone gets applause. But I think it's fair to say that the Republicans had a good night last night with Condi Rice and Paul Ryan. At least the view from here is Paul Ryan hit it out of the park and set up a very nice, set the table very nicely for Mitt Romney's speech. So he comes into this with the predicate being set for having made a great selection in Paul Ryan, which after all is the most important selection that we can use to judge him as a president, as a future president. And he comes in with momentum. We know his speech was completed before he arrived here in Tampa yesterday. And we know that he's been practicing it multiple times with a kind of dummy audience. So he comes in prepared.
Is it true, Aaron, that the hottest ticket in town isn't necessarily being there for Romney's speech, but for some of these concerts and all the partying that's going on around at the GOP convention, and that the more tags you have around your neck, the cooler you are?
Well, that's right. Part of the activity at the convention is what you see on the convention floor. And the convention floor has events that are more important than others. Mitt Romney's speech tonight is the highlight, and everyone here who came to be part of the Republican Party and pushing it to victory is going to want to watch this speech tonight. But that's only one part of the convention. There are activities all day, symposiums and conferences and fundraisers, and how to take the energy of the convention out into the voting public. But at night, people want to party. So Kid Rock played the other night, and country star Tracy Adkins. Tonight there's Journey, the band Journey, and a robust secondary market has developed where people are trading tickets to all these events. One of the hot tickets was an event that John Boehner does. He traditionally does them at all these conventions. It's called the Best Little Warehouse in Tampa, and people are trading Journey tickets for John Boehner tickets and Boehner tickets for Tracy Adkins tickets and the like.
All right, Aaron Zitner, we'll continue to come back to you, and we'll get the analysis tomorrow after Mitt Romney's speech, and tonight, because we will be covering everything on WSJ Live. That's on WSJ.com and on YouTube.com/politics.